All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So Aaron Rodgers just did an interview with Adam Schein, and it was a really good listen. Got me fired up. But one of the major, and of course, I'll leave the podcast listed down below in the description box. But one of the major takeaways was Aaron Rodgers' defense of Nathaniel Hackett. And super blunt, just super straight to the point. I think the exact quote was, "Well, you should trust me. I trust Nathaniel, so to me, that's the end of the story." And then he actually had a second quote. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so he said, "We got to believe in Nathaniel. There's been some things that we've improved on, been some things that were out of his control. At the end of the day, his and my partnership is one thing that's been fruitful in the past and is going to be fruitful again." Now, no matter what happens, right, we could take a look at the offensive ranks, the offensive stats, factor in every single question that you have about Nathaniel Hackett. Rodgers is right in the sense of we have to support him. Whether we like him or not, we have to believe in Nathaniel because he is the team's offensive coordinator. The players have got to buy in, right? The Jets didn't make a move this offseason. There were some rumblings that they potentially wanted to, bring in this like offensive overseer, somebody who would, it's such a weird dynamic, but the thought process was the Jets would hire an external coach. He would take over as offensive coordinator / overseer, but Nathaniel Hackett would keep the title, and then the play calling would be up in the air. So again, I just trying to think of another NFL team that does something like this. It's just hard to pinpoint. I think for me, the closest thing that I could remember to something playing out like this with, another NFL team out there, it was the Vikings back in 2019, where they brought in Gary Kubiak, and he was the assistant head coach, and he was also the top end offensive advisor type, right, where he would have a lot of control with the offense. And then he ended up taking over as offensive coordinator the year after. But that was just, a veteran offensive coach. We're going to bring him into the building and let him just control a section of this offense. He's going to oversee or manage the operation here. But of course, the Jets didn't go down that route. They thought about it. Saleh didn't want to address any questions about it. Nathaniel Hackett was to the point with his responses to that exact question from Jets media. But it's clear, right? The only changes that the Jets made to the staff was they added a coach from the University of New Hampshire. They brought him on, and then they gave Todd Downing a promotion to quarterback coach. And Rodgers actually did talk about the coaching staff as well, right? Tony Dews, Jefferson, Downing, Keith Carter, of course, Nathaniel Hackett. And it sounded like Rodgers had faith in the staff and in what the Jets have going on offensively, with the coaching room. But again, I think Aaron makes a good point where he said that we have to believe, we got to believe in Hackett because he's here. The Jets didn't bring in a Doug Marrone. We didn't bring in that veteran offensive mind to take over or to, leapfrog Nathaniel Hackett or to potentially get his replacement. They're rolling the dice with Hackett. This is the bed that they're going to make, and they have to lay in it, right? No matter what happens. Now, of course, right, with Aaron Rodgers at the helm, you kind of think that with Rodgers at quarterback, he can make any offense look good, any wide receiver look good, any system or play caller look good, because he's just that electric, that good at the quarterback position. So if Rodgers is out there and he loves Hackett, you would like to think that, okay, the offense should be in good hands. But I think really the main question when it comes to Nathaniel Hackett is if something happens to Rodgers, like what we saw a year ago with the Achilles injury, is it all downhill? It was horrible to watch last year. Denver Broncos fans will tell you the same thing. So that's the massive question here. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. How concerned are you on maybe a scale of 1 to 10 on Nathaniel Hackett, on this offensive coaching staff as a whole? So yeah, thanks so much, and let me know your thoughts, and as always, go Jets.